We all know the Masai Mara, the golden savannas of Kenya, the endless horizon. It is the stage for the greatest show on Earth, the Great Migration. Millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles moving as one, driven by an ancient instinct to find grass and water. That is what the guidebooks tell you. That is what science tells you. But what if I told you that everything you know is a lie? What if this migration isn't a search for food? What if it is a ritual? A biological necessity designed to keep a terrifying ancient entity asleep beneath the earth. Welcome to the forbidden history of the Masai Mara, a history written not in ink, but in blood. Our story begins in the damp, dimly lit basement of the Nairobi National Archives. It is here that Dr. Ayan Sengupta, a rogue archaeologist, discovered a file that officially does not exist. Archive 44. Inside, he found the leather-bound journal of Captain Arthur Halloway, a British royal engineer who vanished in 1911. The official report said he died of malaria. But his final entry, written with a shaking hand, tells a different story. Listen closely to his words. August 14th, 1911. We are camped north of the Mara River. The locals warned me. They said Mara means spotted land, but tonight I learned its true name, the land that absorbs souls. I saw them tonight. The lions. They were not hunting. They were standing in a perfect line facing the Rift Valley, bowing to a blue mist rising from the cracks. They are not beasts, God help us. They are prison wardens. 3 days after writing this, Captain Halloway disappeared. His body was never found. Only his diary remained. To understand the truth, we must look at the people of this land, the Masai. You recognize them by their vibrant red cloth, the Shuka. We are told they wear red to scare away lions, but the local legends whisper a darker truth. Thousands of years ago, a cosmic war was fought on this very soil between Enkai, the sky god, and Nyerak, the black entity. The black entity was defeated, but it could not be killed. So it was buried deep beneath the crust of the Rift Valley. The Masai believe they are the guardians of this prison. The red cloth is not fashion, it is a warning signal, a red alert to the world. They are the keepers, ensuring the sleeper does not wake. But this is not just folklore. This is where the story turns into a nightmare for modern science. Dr. Sengupta's geological scans revealed an anomaly. 600 feet beneath the Mara River, there is no magma. There is metal. A colossal geomagnetic structure, a machine. Whether it is alien technology or from a lost ancient civilization, we do not know. But we know how it works. It runs on vibration. Think about it. Why do millions of animals migrate at the exact same time? Why do they run in such a chaotic, thundering stampede? It is the hooves. Millions of hooves pounding the earth simultaneously create a specific seismic frequency, a piezoelectric charge. This vibration travels down through the rock and charges the machine. The machine generates a force field, a field that keeps the entity sedated. The Great Migration is not a journey for survival. It is a massive, global sacrifice, a feeding mechanism to keep the monster in a coma. But now, the pattern is breaking. In recent years, the migration has become erratic. The lions are behaving strangely, attacking cars, staring blankly at the sky. Dr. Sengupta believes the machine is failing. The British Empire knew this in 1911. They didn't build the railway to transport goods. They built it to bring heavy equipment to try and fix the containment field. They failed, and they covered it up. Now, deep beneath the tourist lodges, beneath the luxury tents, the entity is stirring. So, the next time you watch a documentary about the Masai Mara, look past the beauty. Look at the fear in the animal's eyes. They aren't running to something. They are running from what lies beneath. The cage is unlocking, and we are all standing on the door.
We return to the night of the discovery. Dr. Sengupta and his Maasai guide, Lakishan, did not just find the map. They followed it. They found a hidden entrance near the Telek River, a lava tube concealed by dense brush. As they descended, the temperature didn't drop. It rose. The air smelled of ozone and old blood. 200 meters down, the tunnel opened into a cavern that should not exist, a cathedral of black stone, and in the center, the machine. It was a nightmare of brass gears and obsidian pistons, towering like a skyscraper, pulsating with a sick violet light. It was groaning, struggling to keep the containment field active. Lakishan pointed to the glass pipes feeding the machine. "Look," he whispered, "bone dust." The machine was harvesting the decomposed remains of the wildebeest from the riverbed above. It was literally fueled by death. But they were not alone. From the shadows emerged men in gray tactical gear, mercenaries, led by a man leaning on a silver-handled cane, Silas Vance, the director of the Conservation Trust. Vance wasn't there to save the animals. He was there to ensure the machine failed. "You don't understand, Doctor," Vance said, his voice echoing in the chamber. "The British wanted to keep the entity asleep. We want to wake it up." Vance revealed the terrifying plan. If the entity wakes, it elicits a psychic wave, a wave that causes mass insanity. Vance intended to capture that energy and sell it as a biological weapon, the ultimate weapon of war. He ordered his men to plant explosives on the dampeners. He was going to blow the lock and let hell break loose. Time ran out. Lakishan, the Maasai warrior, made a choice. He held the ancient key found in Captain Halloway's diary, but he didn't give it to Vance. He slammed it into the emergency override slot on the floor. The ground shook. The violet lights turned blood red. The override didn't stop the machine. It released the Guardians. From the dark tunnels, they came. Huge, spectral lions, their manes glowing with blue energy. The lions of the void. These were not animals. They were the immune system of the machine. They tore through the mercenaries like paper. Gunfire erupted, but bullets passed right through them. It was a massacre. Amidst the chaos, Dr. Sengupta and Lakishan ran. They scrambled up the ventilation shaft as the cavern collapsed behind them, burying Vance and his greed forever. With a dramatic tone, in a mystery documentary, they emerged at dawn. But the world had changed. The explosion beneath the earth had shifted the frequency. The entity is not fully awake, but it is dreaming. If you go to the Masai Mara today, you might feel it. A sudden headache when you cross the river. A feeling of being watched when there is no one there. Dr. Sengupta was never seen again. Rumors say he lives in a remote manyata wearing the red Shuka. He is no longer a scientist. He is the new warden. The machine is broken. The silence is ending. And the lions? They are still waiting. With a mystery documentary tone.